What's up, traders? Matt from the Trade Brigade here doing a technical analysis on ticker symbol CEI for Camber Energy Inc. On the left-hand side, we have the daily time frame, and on the right-hand side, the 30-minute intraday time frame. First things first, this will, of course, be a bit of an update. We obviously talk about it extensively on the channel, and the main thing to talk about today is still the fact that we are remaining underneath this resistance trend line, and we're kind of hovering around this zone of consolidation, which we talked about in the prior video. Now, if we zoom in a bit to the 30-minute intraday session here, what you'll notice is that it did act as resistance into the afternoon here on Monday's session, and now once broken, started to offer support, right? It's not like this last red 30-minute candle just broke right through to the downside. It did start to offer a bit of support. So again, that's not to say that it's bullish, it's automatically coming back up above 2, but it is to say that 160 seems to be acting as a very technical level. If you're going to have anything on your charts, I would encourage you to have that as well as the 180 breakout point, right? We know the importance of that level. We've talked about it countless times. If we can get above it, then fine. You're looking for a decent sized dead cat bounce up and over to about $2.44, noting that $2 may act as a psychological resistance as well there. But again, that's a decent trade, right? That's a really solid trade on something trading sub 5 at this point in time. Now, if the resistance trendline remains intact, right? If we can never break this, even if it's just sideways through time, then obviously you're looking for lower here. Downside targets would be 132, and then of course 1, the nice round number. Note that that's kind of where we bottomed out after the worst of the worst news hit here. So again, that's kind of my line in the sand. Of course, 132 is the low end of this flag consolidation from in the past, so putting a little bit of emphasis on that, but really it's all about 1 as the floor here inside of CEI. If it breaks, really don't want to be interested in trades at all in this name. Of course, this is still going to be a day trader as it sits right now. I really wouldn't advise that you start looking for swings here. It just doesn't look attractive in my estimation. The last thing we'll do is take out the fibs from the high of this move down to the lows of the bounce here. And what you'll notice, as we talk about oh so often, is look at the 38.2. Is that not the exact bounce point from this little dead cat here? As long as we're consolidating down below here, that is bearish in terms of this overall move, turning into a big bear flag. Breakdown of 1, as we mentioned, gets fairly nasty to the downside. So those are my thoughts here inside of CEI. Always important to be aware of where your fibs are from multiple different time frames, not only the 30, which we're usually an advocate for, but also the daily whenever you're dealing with large expansions of range. So again, I hope that was useful in terms of noting where that was at. In terms of daily candles, again, there was a little bit of a lower wick on today's session. Maybe you treat it as a hammer, but again, you really need the breakout up and over 180 to be involved in a long-sided trade here still inside of CEI. And again, as I just mentioned, it's likely just a trade. It's not a long-term buy and hold here inside of CEI. So that's truly going to wrap up the video. If you enjoyed it or learned anything new, let me know in the comments section or by giving the video a thumbs up. Don't forget our main channel is linked in the description. And all of that being said, I wish you a green trading week.